So we are going to see a diagram, a layout. See, it's a picture of. So the diagram below shows the changes which took place in the coastal area. So is this a question? So let's copy the question here. This is the question. I'll highlight it. Yeah. The diagram below shows the changes which took place in a coastal area called Portland from 1950 to 2007. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons wherever relevant. So this is the coastal town, how it was in 1950 and how it changed in 2007. So this is what we are going to see. So in academic task, when we have different types of task of this special type of task is this layouts. Uh, the changes, maps, maybe some layouts, say maybe some pictures, how an area looked in the past and how is it at present or how is it in the future of the plan for development. So maybe you have two or three sometimes pictures to compare how it was in 1950, how is it at present, and how it will be changed. You may have such pictures too. So pictures are different. So when we have two past comparison, 1950 and 2007, these are two past comparisons. You may have past to present comparison in 1950 at present. So you can have a comparison like that. The third type of comparison, I can say that in 1950, how it was and the future development, there is a proposal of this thing. So in future, how it looks. So past to future. Now, another comparison is that at present, how it is. And in future, there is a plan to build these things. Okay, this is a comparison. So we have time frames in these different time frames. And based on these time frames, you need to decide which tense you have to use here. So the tense is very important. So here we don't have any confusion because we have um, the past tense here. That is what was happening in what happened in 1950, how it looked, and how it changed in 2007. This is what we are going to see. So in when describing these types of diagram, we have to see the directions. So the directions are very important here. So here we can say that this side is north and this side is south, and this side is east and this side is west, and this is right towards this is right towards this is left. You can say opposite side, same side, next to, adjacent to, besides. All these things, locations are very important. So we are going to see the based on the locations, you are going to see um, what we are going to describe how it was and how it changed. So the main thing here is that what we need to focus is the change which happened in 2007 when compared to what was there in 1950. So let's see in detail how can we address this particular task from the very beginning. So I go with the introduction here. Okay. So it's highlighted in the, yeah, the way in which which a coastal town, Portland, transformed in 2007 when compared to how it was in 1950 is portrayed in the given layouts. The given layouts, we can say the way in which a coastal town, what's the name? Portland, transformed in 2007, how it transformed in 2007 when compared to how it was in 1950. So this is portrayed in the given layouts. Overall, you can see the overall picture there. Overall, it's clear that the area which was industrial friendly had become more or like a residential as well as a commercial town. So it was an industrial area in 1950. You don't see anything other than some industries. You can see some grasslands and a car park. That's it. We could not say anything. A road is also there. Apart from that, nothing is there. Only some factories were there in 1950. So it was industrial friendly that day. Now it became more or like a residential as well as a commercial town. So it became a residential. So you have a lot of apartments, houses here, and commercial. So we have activities, commercial activities like cinema halls are there, shops are there, parks are there, swimming pool is there, some sorts of sea activities are there. So you can say some commercial activities are there. Commercial town, it has become um, uh, residential too. Now we have said we have divided the picture. We have divided the paragraphs to two. The first paragraph deals with how it was in 1950. So it is clear from the first picture that the Portland was an industrial area in 1950, which had access to sea. It was an industrial area which had access to sea, except a car park which was located at the east and the factories in the west. There were no significant infrastructural developments in the area. So we can say only a car park at the east and factories at the west. There is no significant infrastructural development in the area. So it had access to sea. This is an industrial area which had access to sea. No establishments there. No such big establishments were there in 1950. So this is what we can see. But when we go ahead to 2007, it is seen that in 2007, the area has transformed into a residential area with apartments towards the northeast and houses towards the southeast. So houses towards the southwest, you can see. Apartments towards the northeast, you can see. So we can say it has transformed to a residential area. Now I can say a park and a swimming pool replaced the factories. There were factories. Now it has replaced. It is replaced with park and a swimming pool. A multi-story car park was constructed towards the west, which had access to the swimming pool. So there is a multi-story car park which was the west, and this has access to the swimming pool there. And apart from that, we can see new shops at the south and a cinema at the southwest facilitated the residents in the area. So the residents in the area were facilitated by commercial facilities like shops and entertainment facilities like cinema. Now, there were also developments in the access towards the sea. You can see some changes, some modifications there in the way the access to the sea. You can see some sorts of road developments and some sorts of facilities to the yachts. So you have some developments there too. So that's not that much highlighted. So I have to focus on the facilities which is happening in the coastal area, not in the sea. So I can say some to act towards the access towards the sea. We can see some sorts of developments there. Okay, now That's the end of the explanation here. This is a layout explanation, diagram explanation. So both the areas where time frames were passed. So that's it. I hope you everyone has understood this thing. Well, thank you.